Hi everyone, it's Agnes. I've got a really wonderful meaningful work interview for you today, and it's with SP. Hello, SP.
Hello, Agnes. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
I was really excited about your interview because I know where you began and where you are today, and it is such a wonderful story of progressing into more and more meaningful work. So I've asked you to come and talk about this, and we're going to go right back to the beginning of when you started to study. And I'm going to let you say what profession you've gone into. So, can you start at the beginning of when this started to hatch and then the progression till today?
Yeah, I started my engineering from India and I did aeronautical engineering over there. And I worked people who are pilots who know that they have navigational maps. So I used to design those. But in between, circumstances came and I had to come to the US. And for US, I came with green card. But for aviation here, you need some citizenship or some experience, and I didn't have that much experience. So I just for 1 year you cannot do anything because you don't get financial aid if you go to school directly, because since you are not a citizen or permanent resident, you've just came to the US. So for 1 year I did some part-time job, and for the remaining time my family and everybody was telling me that do masters in mechanical engineering or something, because aviation to get a job was hard. But I was like, I don't want to leave my field. So I searched for a course. It told me FAA, airframe and power plant, and it said that it gives you job for within 2 years, like after you finish your course, and you get a job. So that's where it started everything.
Okay. And you did
Yeah,
that, you did that for how long was that?
it's usually 16 months course, and
Okay.
I finished within that 16 months. Like, it depends, some people take it longer, some people does it, but usually it is 16 months course. So you study and then you have to give your orals and practicals there.
Yeah. Okay. Let me
Yes,
ask you, how old were you when you did that?
I was 23.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you finished that
Yeah.
and then you are in the US.
Yes, I am.
And then what was the next thing that you jumped to?
So I did one license. So it is like airframe and power plant. So I got my one license and I needed a job as I was desperate because my parents were here too. I'm the only child, so I'm supporting my parents too.
Yeah.
So I got my first license, and over there I made a really good connections. Oh yeah, that helps a lot. Connections, networking is really important. So I made good connections, and that's how I got to know one of the company. It's called in avionics. So in the aircraft that you watch, the pictures and movies that you watch, so I was working for that to
Wow.
download all the movies and all, and that's where it started.
Wow. And
Yeah.
that was the first paid job in the industry?
Yes, first paid job in the industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And where were you in the US? What location?
I am in New York City.
New York City. Okay.
Yes, New York
And
City.
then you did that for how long?
That I did for 2.5 years, and that's where I came into the company contact with the company that I am currently working for. And over there, right, as soon as I got there, and I was working for two major companies, so we were contractors, we were basically contractors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, were you doing any law of attraction techniques, any Neville Goddard? Were you applying any of this along the way, or was this before you started learning any of that?
It was before. But
Okay.
I went into Panasonic before that.
Okay. I see.
Yes. Yeah.
So when you started learning the techniques, which techniques did you apply to make the next jump to the next position?
Scripting.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So
I applied scripting because the thing is, the way my schedule was, I was doing two jobs. I was all the time working, another job. Both the jobs were busy. So I didn't have time for myself. But
yeah.
before, I was doing all the meditations and all. But then I got introduced to scripting,
Yep.
and that's where it started. And
Yeah.
also, the funny thing is, I didn't know law of attraction or anything before,
Yeah.
but I remember when I came to the US for the very first time, and I had a dream. And in that dream, I was like, oh, I was at the airport, actually not even in the US, when I was in India. At that time, I had a dream, and I remembered that dream. I don't know, somehow, but I
Yeah.
had a dream that it said like I was around the aircrafts, working around the aircrafts and everything. And that was the only part that came into the dream. And it was in the morning, and I woke up. And the way I woke up was with a good feeling, like, and then I thought, how is that going to happen? That's not going to happen, because I'm not even there. I'm not even
Yeah.
doing all those stuff. And that's it. That was the only thing. But when I came across law of attraction and all, and I got my Panasonic job, and after that I came across law of attraction, and that time I got to know, like, okay, this is law of attraction, and feelings matter. Feelings matter, and letting go matters. Like, I had a dream. When I woke up, I was really happy about the dream. Okay, wow. And then I was like, it's how it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Mm.
And then that's it. And nothing, I didn't have to do anything, and that dream catch up to me. Like, it brought me there for nowhere, and I'm working by the aircraft at the airport. Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it? It was like that
Yes.
dream was a premonition.
Yeah. And you don't even, at that time, I didn't even know that this thing was, but
Yeah.
once I got the knowledge, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
it is true. The feelings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to point out, because you and I have talked about this a lot,
Yeah.
that you are in a male dominated industry. So for every 20 men, how many women are working?
Oh, it's not even 20 men. We are like right now at work, 84 males, 84 people. There are 84 people, and in that, we are just two female. And
Wow.
there are days that there are like 84 people, and I am just one female.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
That is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so
Yes.
you ended up
Uh-huh.
in the first position. You did the, like what you were describing, working on the videos and the screens. After that,
Mm-hmm.
how did you get from that job to the next job? Were you doing techniques there, and what kind of job were you wanting to move on to?
Yeah, so over there, whatever job it was a contract job, as I told you.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the future of it. Like, I'm the kind of person that looks for the future, like, think ahead. So I was thinking, and I was looking at some of the airlines, and this, like, they can let us go anytime. Like this, people, like airlines, if they don't need us, they can let us go anytime.
Yeah.
So that was the fear. It was always in my mind. And the way they were treating us, and the way they all were, and they were like enjoying their job, the atmosphere was really nice. And that's where I got to know, and it is all obviously one of the world's biggest airlines. So I was like, yeah, I want to get in this company, like, to be around good people, where work is fun, where you get the respect that you want. But at that time, I had just one license. So I had to get the other license, that is the power plant. Then and then only you can work on the engines of the aircraft. Right now, I was just working the interiors.
Oh, so
So
let me ask you, SP, what
yeah,
did you what did you need to get to work on the aircraft?
So I need a FAA, that is Federal Aviation Administration license, and
Okay.
it is a two-part license. One is airframe and another one is power plant. Power plant means you can work on the engines.
Okay.
Airframe means you work just the interior and just the outside, like
Yeah.
that's the part. So I had that one part license, and for that I needed the second one. And as soon as I got the job, and I was doing two jobs, and I got lazy, so I didn't get my second license for almost 3 years.
Okay.
Almost 3 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's not too long though, because you were still using the first license that you had.
Yeah. But
And
to
you,
get in this company, the one that I want,
yeah,
the second license was necessary.
it was necessary. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you use just scripting to get the second license as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you used just that one technique. That was the one that you really used the most.
Yeah. For my job and everything, yes, scripting. I just use scripting. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you
Yeah.
would, okay, let me ask you, with
Uh-huh.
scripting,
Mm-hmm.
you wrote it once and then you would read it every day, or how did you do your scripting?
So as I didn't have that much time because I was doing two jobs.
Yeah.
Sometimes my parents were here too, but I was like, I read it. I was reading like 2-3 times in a week.
Okay.
2-3 times in a week.
Yeah.
But whatever I was reading was with the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a
No.
feeling, and it was like, and actually I was surprised. And there was a time I wasn't even reading, but it was just in my mind. And at my surprise, like, it happened exactly the way I wrote it. Exactly the way I wrote it. So
Brilliant.
let
Okay. Tell me
go
how,
of it.
tell us how it happened now. What was written in your script?
I had written like, I am working at no. I so first of all I start with I'm great. I'm happy and grateful that, and that's the company I want to be, and in that I have other goals too. So this is just the beginning of my goal. And then I wrote like, yeah, I am getting this job. I love how people treat me there. I love my job. That's it. That's
Nice.
what I love. Yeah.
Nice and simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because you actually changed locations not that long ago too, in the airport.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got my first job. I always wanted to come to JFK, that is an international airport.
Yep.
But as per my experience, I didn't have any jet experience. Jet experience, as in I haven't worked on the engines yet. I was just doing interiors. So I needed that experience. That's why I got hired in LaGuardia. So that is a domestic airport. So that's where I got hired. And the funny thing was, like, I talked to you in between too. It was COVID time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got hired peak COVID time, and it
Yeah.
was aviation. And I started my job in January 2020.
Yeah.
And I started this job in January 2020, and COVID happened, and the company that I was working for, they let go of it. The previous company, that entertainment company, and that was my fear right from the beginning, that they can let us go anytime. So
Yes.
that was I was thinking, and I got my license in 2019, the second license, and in January I had this job. So I
Yeah.
just started it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened once? So you started the job in January 2020.
Yes, January 2020, and February the COVID hit. Like, everything started from
Yeah.
there. Like, yeah, so that was really a bad time. Like, we got furlough warning that we
Yeah.
are gonna being let go. There
Yeah.
was no other job we were getting, and we
Yeah.
were in aviation. So our company had an option, like, you move to different city. And
Okay.
I didn't want to leave New York too. I was talking to you, remember? I don't want to leave New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is because other things I got it, but this was the best I got to know. I applied law of attraction that time too, that no matter what, I am staying in New York. I don't
Yes.
know what's going to happen. I don't know how it is going to happen, but I am not leaving, because if I left, I would have lost my apartment.
Yeah.
And we know that COVID situation, whatever it was, within 2-3 months, we will be called back.
Mm.
And at that time, it will be hard for me to find the apartment, to pay more rent, like both the ways, like in New York and other place, wherever I go, you have to pay deposit, you have to pay rent, you have
Yeah.
to find the apartment. So all those things were happening. But at that time, it was really a hard time. Like we didn't know whether we will have our job.
Yeah.
We can, yeah. And then we might have to move to different city. So at that time too, I was having so many negative thoughts. It was not like I was not having any negative thoughts, because we were looking at the scenario, right? We were getting all the warnings that, yeah, you're going to get let go. You're going to get here. You're going to go to different city. So that was the thing. And I just got to know, I've, so that was the time I stopped watching every news.
Yeah.
I stopped watching all the news. I was not even talking to any of my colleagues over there.
Yeah.
I just go to work. Whatever work I get, I do. As soon as that topic arises, I was sitting alone. There was time like 2-3 months I wasn't talking to anyone.
Yeah.
Then we were getting all the emails in the morning. This is going to happen. This is what's going to happen. I turned off all my notifications at that time. If you see email that then you're gonna read that, okay, so that's what you do every morning. I was doing in the beginning. As
Yeah.
soon as you wake up, you see your phone and there is another notification about your job.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna happen. So I stopped all my notifications. I stopped watching all the news. I stopped talking to anybody. I wasn't talking to anyone. As soon as the job thing arises, I was so blunt. Just used to tell them, they don't talk to me. I don't want to talk about it. I just used to tell them that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was a time that I feel negative. I just used to talk to my mom. And I
Yeah.
used to call you in the between 1 or 2 times. I called you, and was talking to my mom, because there is nobody else pure that you can talk to anyone. I used to cry in front of my mom, and my mom used to get that too. But yeah. And
Yeah.
in my mind, I was only saying, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I am having my job, and I am not and I am going to stay in New York.
Yeah.
That's it.
So how long were you not working in that real peak COVID time?
So yeah, that's what the thing, because we were getting government aid too, but we
Yeah.
were junior. So what we did was, me and my other friend, like we both decided, there was not, thank God, luckily not a single time that we didn't work. We had our job, because that is what that is what I wrote too, that I am having my job. That's
Yeah.
it. Because that's how it is. Like whoever the international students are, or whoever came from different countries, like you have worked your whole life for it, right? That is
Yeah.
the main important thing. And I was like, universe or God, I was just telling them, you cannot take that from me. That much I know.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, you cannot take that from me, because I have worked for it. You cannot means you cannot.
Yeah.
That's what I was literally talking. I was going upstairs and I was looking up in the sky, and I was talking that
Yeah.
you cannot do this to me. That's it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want, but not this, because
Yeah.
this is when I have worked for it.
Yeah.
So that is what I was talking. And another thing, me and my friend decided that until and unless the manager, whoever is the management, the top management, doesn't come and let us know that, oh, Pari, we need your documents, you have to go, we are not doing anything.
Yeah.
That was, means that we were that ruthless, that no, we are not leaving, and that's what we get to do. Even
Yeah.
if we get, like, warning, we are gonna wait till warning, till we get the warning.
But wasn't there a point, I remember you telling me,
Uh-huh.
they had asked you for documents and you just pretended you didn't see the email.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I did that too.
You just kept making them wait. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. So that's what me and my other friend did, because she was like, we are not leaving, and I was like, yeah, we are not leaving. I believe in law of attraction, and she is she is a Christian, so she
Yeah.
goes to church and everything. So that's what she was, that's what her belief was.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah.
was the same thing, and I was. And one of my other friend, we told her to do that, she didn't do it, and she had to go. She went just for 1.5 months, but she had to leave New York. Yeah, we two of you stick together, and we were like, no, we are not leaving.
Yeah.
If the management comes, yes, then. And obviously, this is a union job, so we were talking to the union too. So union was in our support too.
Yeah.
That do everything where you don't jeopardize your job, but you can delay the process too. And not everybody knew about it.
That's amazing.
So we delayed the process.
Yeah. And neither one of you left the whole time you were off work, furlough.
No, we didn't get, yeah, that's what I'm telling. We didn't get furlough either. Because we chose, because we chose to go to the different station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they just moved you for a little while, but you were still in the same city, in the same airport.
They wanted to move us, but we delayed all the process. So we didn't even move. We didn't take the move. No, we didn't even move. We didn't take the furlough, and we stayed.
That is intense focus, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I was feeling bad, like I was not talking to anyone.
Yeah, because it would have been stressful, very stressful.
Yeah, and some people say it like, oh, I'm so sorry you have to go. Oh, I'm so sorry this happened. I'm like, no, I don't want sympathies either. No. I don't want to listen all those stuff.
No, that doesn't help. No. It waters down your focus.
Yeah.
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 That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And now you are in a position, well, you loved your last position, but you like this position even more.
Yeah, because it's a different station now.
Yeah.
So I love this station. It's JFK. So the kind of work I am getting, that is good.
Tell us a little bit about, because, you say aircraft, you're working on the aircraft, but what are you doing exactly? What are the tasks you do?
So everything, if there is any, right now, means my favorite part of aircrafts is engine. So we do engine changes. So if you have whatever the part comes, like if there is a vibration or any problem in the engine, so we change the engine if that comes. Or if there is any simple issue, we troubleshoot it and we fix the issues of the aircraft, whatever it is. So right now we work whatever I was doing in my previous job, since they let them go. So we are doing that job too. So we do entertainment too. Then everything. From changing the tires to whatever you say in the cockpit stuff, and we do everything.
So let me ask you, how do you work out there's a problem? Is it all diagnostics with technology? Yeah,
we have manuals for it. So
what, like a physical manual or like on a computer?
Both.
No,
computer. Sorry, computer. Yeah, we have all the aircraft maintenance manual. So we use that and troubleshoot it. And there is like fault isolation too. So if you see there is particular fault, so there is that too, what all steps you can do. So we do that.
That is so fascinating. It's so fascinating. It is such a unique job. And okay, can you tell us how old you are now? Because you started this way back when you were in your early 20s.
Yeah, I am 31 now.
31. So it's been about 10 years now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will be. Yeah.
Just about 10 years. Wow. So even though you waited those 3 years to get that second license.
Yeah. It worked out.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what's it like working with a lot of men? I'm curious to be when you're the one that's in the minority,
Yeah.
how are the men with you?
So the men, they're good. They're not. They're not bad. They're good, but
Good.
you have to be really careful,
Yeah.
because first of all, so you don't get heavy jobs as soon as you go there, like when you're crew chief and everybody sees you, so you don't get that job. But
Yeah.
you have to, like, I went with 6 other guys from LaGuardia. No,
Yeah.
7 6 7 other guys. So all the guys, they were there, they got the good job as soon as they started, and I was getting that small jobs. So in LaGuardia too, that used to happen. We were doing the simple checks, and I was like, I don't want to do simple checks. I can do it. And yeah, you need strength. So because of that, I started working out too.
Yeah.
Because you have to be like, you have to lift some stuff, you have to torque some stuff. So you cannot do that like as men can do it.
Yep.
So first, or whatever it is, so I started working out because of that, because you need your strength.
Yeah.
And then I we have to tell and go and tell crew chief, like whoever is assigning the work.
Yeah.
I go in that office so many times that give me work, and I have to tell them, don't treat me like a girl,
Yeah.
give
So
me
is
work.
it you need strength in your arms or your legs?
Yes,
Both?
everything, both. Yeah,
Everything.
both.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I can imagine changing a tire on an aircraft. The tires are
yes,
huge.
they are huge. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is
Yeah.
just, it's so brilliant. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you already had a strong desire to work in the aviation industry before you even knew about law of attraction, Neville, or any of that.
Yeah.
But it's like you've used, especially scripting
Mm-hmm.
and your strong desire
Yeah.
to to move your career forward, and you're looking after your mum and dad.
Yeah.
I mean, looking after
Mm-hmm.
your parents
Uh-huh.
would be so much harder if you had a job you didn't like.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like you're keeping them happy and it
Yeah.
feels good to be helping them and giving to them, but then you're
Uh-huh.
also keeping yourself happy.
Yes. So that is what happens. Like me and my so here we have partners, right? So at this job, it's new that you can choose your partner. So they partner you together all the time. So
Yeah.
it's easy for them too, the crew chief, to give the work.
Yep.
So there was a time like we had to do one. We were doing for the very first time. It was a 777 engine, and we were doing, both of us. We were new to that job, and we read everything, and it was so calm. Like we did everything very patiently, and it was not even we were slow. We did it in time, within 2 3 hours. We read everything and we did our job. After I finished the job, I felt like I came out of meditation, because we were not thinking anything else. We were reading our paperwork and we did our job. There was nobody around. So we were working, we were doing our job, and it was so peaceful, and we felt so good, accomplished. Like especially me, because I love engine work. So
Yeah.
it felt so nice. And I felt literally, because for those 3 hours, I didn't touch my phone. I didn't talk to anyone. We were just doing our job. And
That's
where the
fabulous.
time went by, we didn't know. So
That's
I
one.
felt like I came out of meditation. I did a meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Intense
gave me,
focus in the present
yes,
moment. Yeah. Wow.
yes. Yeah. It was so calm. It was so nice.
Can you tell me, are you working are the aircrafts inside a hangar or are you working outside in the elements?
So it depends. So I chose hangar so we can choose here like terminal or hangar. So
Okay.
at this station, I chose hangar. So we are inside the hangar, and sometimes like there are no space because there are so many aircrafts, and some aircraft has to be outside. So we work outside too. So both. But in
Okay.
LaGuardia, I was usually outside. So we work in snow too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Snow,
thinking. Yeah.
yes, snow, rain, storm, no matter what. We went in snowstorm too, because aviation is 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we work in snowstorm too, where it's
Wow.
cold, everything. Yeah.
And that when your hands are cold, it must be hard to do the work.
Oh, yes. There was like time, like we did. So there is one position, like you get so much wind and cold because it's all the way at the out in the corner, and there is nothing to stop or hold back the wind because there are no buildings or anything. There is one
Yeah.
part like that. So we have like right and left engine, right? So we were working on the right engine that was coming outside. Left engine would have been easy because they were building there, so it can still block the air. But
Yeah.
no, we got right side of the engine. We opened it and we had to do all the stuff. We literally had to, me and my partner, we were doing it. We literally had to take a break because we couldn't even feel our hands when we
Wow.
were doing it, hands and legs. So we were like, we need breaks. So we go inside the car or inside the room, warm ourselves up, and then we come back out and do all the stuff because
Wow.
it gets hard when it's winter and cold, and it's
Uh,
New York City.
yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I've landed at JFK. It's yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow, that's so
Yeah.
fascinating. So how many hours are you expected to work when you do that type of job? How many hours a week?
So we do same 5 days a week,
Yeah.
but I'm in night shift since we are
Okay.
junior. So we start with night shift.
Yep.
So I do 8 hours.
Yep.
Sorry, a regular 8 hours. So 40 hours a week.
And what time do you start to do the night shift?
I start at 10 p.m. and
Okay.
finish at 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does that mean you sleep all day?
No, I don't sleep all day, but there are days like I sleep all day, but there are days like, as I told you, I have to go and work out too.
Yeah.
So 2-3 days I work out.
Yeah.
So I have to wake up early some days,
Yeah.
and someday it goes by like, yeah, I sleep all day.
Yeah. It must be hard on your body clock doing that for how long do they expect you to be a junior and do the night shift?
It depends because there are like so many seniors here. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you had to tell the viewers that are watching this interview today
Mm-hmm.
anything that you know that you've really had to learn to really achieve really meaningful work,
Yeah.
what would you say your top 3 things would be?
Top three things would be focus,
Yeah.
scripting,
Yeah.
and another thing I got to know that during COVID time, enjoy the journey, no
Uh,
matter what it is. If you are not expecting, don't expect every day like, oh, this is gonna, as you expected, you wake up in the morning, oh, this is how the day is gonna be. And I'm like, nah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna go as you want. And yes, it does go as, but you have to be really experienced, and I'm still new to this. But yeah, enjoy the journey and let go. Just
yeah.
focus on the end result,
Yeah.
like I did. That I am staying in New York and I am having my job. That was the
Yeah.
two goals in the COVID time.
Yeah.
No matter what, I have those two in between, whatever comes.
It's so brilliant. You know
Yeah.
what I love too is that you
Hmm.
didn't allow the news, negative conversations.
Yeah.
You made sure you kept all of that out.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yeah.
know.
That was the
Yep.
hardest part to do too. Yes. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, the news you can switch off, but people coming to complain, especially at work.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like really rude at that time. Don't come and talk. I don't go. I used to go and clock in and just sit outside. Nobody was by my side. I
yeah,
was just sitting by my own, by
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
That's it.
And no one knew why you were doing that, did they?
No, nobody knew. Yeah. Nobody knew. They asked
That's
me once or twice, like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
I'm
Thank you.
fine. Just
Yeah.
don't come and talk to me negative stuff. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
it.
If they start talking, I'm like, please don't talk to me about it. I'm
Yeah,
already worried. That's it. I don't
yeah,
want to talk about it.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just setting those really clear, sharp, good boundaries.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it makes you go down the plug hole when you're having those negative conversations. And
Yeah, because that
mm,
conversation is already going in your head, actually. And people like go it, and you, as you say, right, what you talk happens. So it's
yeah,
better not to say all those stuff
yeah.
and dissolve it.
And work on, getting rid of it in your head. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
negative thoughts definitely will come. I
They,
had like really bad days. I was crying and all the time because I had to take care parents by apartment and everything. I was thinking that what if the job will go? But then no, no, no. Job is gonna be there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's like laser pinpointed focus what you did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that focus came during COVID time only. Before I wasn't doing all this stuff, but the
yeah,
COVID time that really taught me actually that like enjoy the journey and focus the end,
yeah, yeah,
not the middle.
yeah. It really is. You got to give up your bad habits of complaining to other people, of
Yes,
why this
complaining.
happening. Yeah,
Oh yes, complaining is the first thing to give up.
yeah.
No complaints. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you because I've seen
Mm.
you go through this journey. I'd forgotten a
Yes, you
little
have
bit.
always been there. Yeah.
Yeah, just it's so exciting because
Yeah.
you kind of achieve this against all odds.
Mm.
You're not in your country of birth.
No.
You're looking after your parents, so you've got a responsibility on your shoulders, which of
Hmm.
course you are happy to do it, but you still
Yeah.
a responsibility.
Hmm.
You've got a male dominated industry,
Yeah.
and you've got to prove yourself as a worker, not just as a woman. You've got to prove
Hmm.
yourself as a worker.
Oh,
So
yes.
you,
Oh, another thing I want to tell
yeah,
you, like I have heard this so many times, but this is working in a male society. I am telling you, they say women gossip, but no, male gossip, like as they don't have any work other than gossiping about women. And we have to worry about that. Oh my goodness, males can gossip. And I
okay,
hear the stories that I haven't even been to that place, and they talk there about the females. I'm
okay,
like, oh, really? They tell women gossip? Oh, yeah, you guys gossip worse than us. This
yeah.
is the worst thing I got to know. So I would say, all the women, be proud of what you are doing. You are much, much better. Males gossip worst.
Well, and if you're one woman out of 84,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a good cross section of males to observe. So that's
Oh,
really,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. And when they cannot do the stuff, when they don't have anything good because we do better than them, they just talk bad about us. That's it. That's what they know.
yeah,
Some of them, there are people like who are really good. I have such people, like, they help us without judging. So I don't say everyone, but there are people who are like worst gossiper. Those are
yeah.
males.
Now, can I ask you, is it with your job, is it a
Hmm.
variety of ages, a variety of cultures?
Oh,
What,
definitely.
everything?
Yeah, everything. I have people who are working who are of age 65, 70, and there
Yeah.
are people who are just out of school, like 22, 9,
Okay.
28, 20, 21 years old. So it's like whole variety.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And different nationalities, different cultures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Mix. And New York is like multicultural, you
Yeah.
find everybody there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fantastic. That it's so
Hmm.
nice working with different cultures and
Oh,
different,
definitely.
because you learn when you're working with people, you learn so much about the
Yeah,
cultures, about the food, about their customs, about their religion, about it's you learn as you're working with people, you learn.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is so good. SP, I am really, honestly, I am so proud of you. I think you're like the little plant that grows in the concrete, in the crack.
Yeah, but no, your knowledge helped really good. You are like, I tried because some of the stuff I was not getting, so I was trying to go to different people, to learn about this. But those are like within 5 days, within 5 minutes, within 24 hours. It's like, nah, it's just for them to get the viewers and money or whatever they are doing. But I really appreciate what you are doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You.
Yeah. As
And
you say, slow and steady wins the race. You are the turtle.
how long have I known you? When did we first connect?
2018
2018
or 2017, and end of 2017, December 2017, I think so.
Wow. Okay. 2018, 19, 20. So I've known you 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so nice when you actually do see people for a long period of time and you see
Yeah.
that real change,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's work or relationships or money or
Yeah.
whatever people are trying to
Yeah.
manifest. But,
Mm-hmm.
you have done some amazing, and you know what I remember too? Let's talk about
Mm-hmm.
this a little bit before we finish up.
Yeah.
At your last job, there was a woman there that was really annoying.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and remember, we talked about how to move, that the living in the end of you moving to the new location and that she would stay behind.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And what did you do for that?
You cannot say that other people stay where they are, because everybody has the right to move up. Everybody has the right what they want to do, right? So
Yep.
I just took out of the picture. I just took out of her the picture. I just said that I am going to the new station and I'm happy by myself. That's what I did. I didn't even say that, oh, I hope she doesn't come, or I hope she doesn't do this. That is wrong to do too, because everybody has the right to move up. Everybody has the right to go ahead in career. But you just say that, oh, what you want, not what other people want.
And I think that's because I remember we talked about it and we talked
Yeah.
about how to do that at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember,
Yes.
and my partner says this a lot, how you treat other women says a lot about you.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
And that was a
Yeah.
great example of you treated that woman with respect.
Yeah, it was just not working at work. Right now we are friends, but as work we were not good.
Yeah.
So that was the only issue. But you cannot say that to anyone.
No.
And another thing, who are working in the women who are in male dominated stuff, I got to know, and this was said from a male. This is not from the female, but from the male, I'm telling. Like, as a female, people will tell you so many stuff. People will tell you to do, like, you cannot do this. Only thing I want to tell you is, don't take anything personally. Don't take anything personal. You cannot even tell them that, oh, I'm going to show you. No, you are not here to prove anybody anything. You just do your job and your work will tell everything. That is the only thing. Because right now so many girls try to change because they are in the male dominated work to become the way they are, the male. No, you don't lose your identity.
Yeah.
Just don't take anything personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you mean women are trying to become like men?
Yeah. So they try to become like, one of the guys.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah. And they just look down to other women because of that.
Okay.
Yeah. There are like that too. But I was like, if it is like that, just stop talking to those people. Don't do anything harm. Just do your work and your people will find you the way you are. You don't have to go and talk to anybody, or you don't have to do all those stuff. Your work tells everything.
That was said to you by a man.
Yes.
That's lovely.
He told me that don't take anything personal in this field, because you cannot take anything personal. If you're going to take anything personal, then everything gets ruins. Yeah.
That's really good advice, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Fabulous. I so love your story. I think it's so wonderful on so many levels. And now you're training your body to make your job easier.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's doing everything to support and make things easier for yourself.
Yeah.
That's terrific. That is so terrific. Well, well done to you. You made it through the worst, probably one of the worst years in aviation in history.
Yes, COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been one of the worst aviation years ever on record.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was.
So well done to you. You're still standing and you're still working and you're still enjoying it and it's
Yeah,
working well.
thank
So,
God.
how many are you doing? A lot more planes now, or is that airline flying a lot more? Is the COVID restrictions releasing, so a lot more people are flying?
Oh yeah, there are like the business is growing right now.
Yeah,
Yes, it's getting much better.
good,
Yeah, thank God.
fantastic. Well, thank
Yeah.
you for coming and talking to us, SP.
No,
It is so inspiring. Whether you're a man or a woman, this is an
mm.
inspiring, meaningful work story. So well done to you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Agnes.
Do you want to say bye to everybody, and then I'll say bye, and then we'll log off.
Oh yeah, I hope this helps anybody, any female or anybody who is working towards their work goal. I hope my story will help them. And as a female, I'm telling to other females, like, just believe in yourself. We can do it, no matter what, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Female can do anything, whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yes.
And this journey of yours was
Mm.
so much more than getting an amazing job. It was about your own personal development as
Yeah.
a in your confidence, in your
Yes.
focus, in
Yeah.
your blocking out negative stuff. You learned so
Yeah.
many things within
Mm.
that
And
time.
yes, Ho'oponopono and self-love helps.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Ho'oponopono is the best, like, it calms you down.
Yeah.
Ho'oponopono. Whenever something negative comes up, if you don't even have to imagine everything, it just calms you down. That's it.
That's true. And it takes
Yeah.
your mind off the problem.
Off it is. It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a really
Yeah.
good way to get off the problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. Well, thank you everyone for joining SP and I hope you enjoyed it. I will put the job success stories playlist down below. I will put anything that SP mentioned that she used, the scripting playlist and the Ho'oponopono playlist and the self-love success stories playlist down below. And I will see you as always in the next interview or YouTube.